Hello. For today's Pick a Pile reading, we are using the Waite Tarot deck and the Everyday Witch Tarot. Pile 1 is the Lapis Lazuli crystal with the properties are prophetic dreams, releasing anger, serenity, and grace. Pile 2's crystal is Celestite for communicating with angels, tranquility, good fortune, and deep meditation. So take a moment, meditate on the decks, and pick which one calls to you. All right, hello, Pile 1. If you chose the Lapis Lazuli and the Waite Tarot deck, this is your reading. Okay, so initially I'm hearing the term double-minded with the Two of Wands, the Chariot, the Two of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. I'm getting the feeling that you're choosing between people. Okay, it could either you're choosing between people as far as romantically, you're choosing between responsibilities and having fun, or you just have more than one idea that you can't stick to. Like, you can't make yourself pick one and stick to one. So what I'm seeing is, if you don't just make a decision, you won't be able to make a decision. Okay, so I'm kind of getting that the choice is more so between like family and work. Like, either you can settle down and focus on family, or you can start some type of business or get deeper into your work. If you like if you work for somebody, but you may like working for somebody, but you just may have an opportunity to get more responsibilities or move up in your company, or even start your own business, but it would take up more of your time. So you're trying to decide where to allot your time. Yeah, because it's like you could either go out on your own and have your own like your own victory. Like, you see, like this person they've already got their victory, but it's like people cheering for there's like a crowd. Like, you see, it's already like, this is like a personal victory, but you do have like a crowd cheering for you. So it's like you can either fulfill yourself, or you can fulfill yourself with like friends and family. And it's just more about choosing what's with the moon. I'm feeling like, don't worry, y'all, my card a little raggedy. I haven't used, this is my first tarot deck ever. So with these two wolves, one being light colored and one being dark colored, I'm getting that you could do both if you put your mind to it. But I'm also getting with the Five of Pentacles, if you can't put your mind to it, don't try to juggle it if you're not going to be able to handle juggling it. Yeah, it's like you're being pulled in two different directions. Let me see. Spirit, can you clarify the Magician? Spirit, can you clarify the Magician, please? Spirit, can you clarify the Magician? Of course, it's the Wheel of Fortune. Spirit, thank you. Can you clarify the Magician? Oh, well, that failed, so we're gonna try to get another one. So first the Wheel of Fortune came out, or tried to come out, then the Temperance card, it failed. Which Temperance is about balancing your energy. The Wheel of Fortune is about making a choice. Well, the Wheel of Fortune is like, if you don't make a choice will be made for you. So I'm feeling like, yeah, you'll have to make a choice. And if you don't make a choice, then the choice is going to be made for you, which if it's two things that you're trying to choose, if you're trying to choose between two things, obviously they'll both be fulfilling for you. But if Spirit picks for you, then it might be like, oh, well, actually I wanted to do the other one. So it might not be, because now that I'm getting more messages that I even start shuffling, I'm still gonna try to get a card to come out. But when I just really need to make a decision and I can't decide on something, I just flip a coin. And the thing about flipping a coin is that helps you make your decision, because it's like, if you say, okay, heads, I'm gonna do this, tails, I'm gonna do that, and then it lands on heads, but you really wanted to do tails, since you have free will, you can still do what you chose as tails. It just basically helps you see which one you actually wanted to do once you see that the decision is being made for you. Yeah, so I'm hearing just flip a coin. Because if you feel like they will both be equally fulfilling, then it's like it won't be... it's like a win-win. But either way, you will have to put like time and effort into either one. And it's gonna be like time consuming. So it's like, yeah, I'm getting, for some people, you would be able to balance out both things and you will be able to handle both things. But for other people, you will have to just choose one, because it could end up with you not having either one if you're trying to do both. Like, well, you know how that could end. Like, basically, if you need to be focused on family, but you're like spending too much time at work, then you know your family falls to the wayside. And if you're supposed to have more responsibilities at work, but you're like, well, I can't do nights, I can't do weekends, and it's like, okay, well, we'll have to get somebody else to do it. So if you can find a way to balance it, then balance it. If you can't find a way to balance it, then you need to choose. Let me see if I can. Spirit, can you clarify the Magician? See? Just let that one come out. Okay, yeah. You just have to make your choice and figure out. And then the Ace of Swords is now on the bottom. So yeah, you have to make your decision of what will work best for you. Because it's a collective, everybody's what's best for them is going to be different. Yeah, it's really just choosing between like an at-home life or a work life. And even then, just because you pick one and you start doing that, once you get established in that, you'll be able to focus on different things, and you'll be able to get you like a schedule, and everything won't be so time consuming, or you'll be able to manage your time in a way where you'll have time for the other thing that you wanted to do. And then, like, say you pick family, then you're like, oh, well, I missed the job opportunity. No opportunity is missed. If something is meant for you, it's going to be for you, and it'll come back around for you. So it won't be like, oh, well, let me just pick the job because I can have a family anytime, when you really want to pick family. Because if you pick family, you might get something that's where you could be doing the same thing, have the same amount of, whether you're trying to do it for money or you just want more responsibilities or whatever, where you'll be able to, you have your family and then you work. It might be a whole completely different career field or something, but different opportunities will come because you chose something and you're moving in your natural flow. You're doing something with the purpose. So yeah, that's what I have for your tarot. I'm gonna pull you some crystals. Oh, let's see. So the crystal that you got was Lapis Lazuli, prophetic dreams, releasing anger, serenity, and grace. You might get answers in your dreams, honestly, like, or you might have dreams that show you both paths so you can make a decision, because I'm not getting that either decision will be like the wrong decision. It's just you'll have to make that choice. And see, yeah, if you didn't watch yesterday's reading, you probably should. And just whichever one is called to you, because both of these crystals came out yesterday. I forgot if it was pile 1 or pile 2. I think it was pile 1. I think this one came out of pile 2 and this one was in pile 1. But it does, it has a little bit of the same energy. It wasn't about a choice, but it was about a new beginning. So, Jet absorbs negativity, grounding, financial balance, and healing grief. So yeah, definitely grounding yourself would, grounding helps you make decisions. And financial balance, yeah, that's a crystal. So even, okay, if you're not able to get the crystal, definitely do grounding work, like go outside, put your feet in the grass, do yoga, meditate. But also, since the crystal is for financial balance and absorbing negativity, I feel like if you're able to go get that crystal, you definitely should. Peridot is for well-being, attracting money, good luck charm, and healing heartbreak. So most of y'all might actually pick family, which that's okay. I'm just laughing because I'll just be laughing. I'm just a giggly person. I'm not laughing at y'all or your situation. But yeah, most of y'all might pick family because the crystals that you're getting are for attracting money. And you might need that. If you choose family, you might need a way to keep y'all afloat. Yeah, I really cracked myself up. Who says afloat? When I be reading cards, I don't know who the hell be talking, but it don't be me. I don't say afloat. That's so funny to me. Okay, air. communication, imagination, independent, witty. So those are just more qualities you should integrate into your life. And then even like if you choose work and say you have like a spouse or partner, whatever you would like to call them, definitely communicate with them and let them know. Make sure y'all are on the same page at all times. And use your imagination, because you might be able to I am getting more, like I am really getting a feeling that you will be able to balance both. It's just more so you have to be in balance. Like you have to balance your energy if you're going to balance both. Like some of y'all, because it's a collective, some people are naturally going to be able to balance both, but some people will have to work to balance both. So like use your imagination and you might find a way. Like really, this is just my personal opinion. I think everybody should be doing something as far as like working for themselves. So it's like even with the work that you do, if you do choose family, you might figure out a way to start your own business. And it could even be a family business where now it's you and your family working to do whatever you were going to do at your job, if that makes sense. And if it resonates, it'll resonate, because everybody's job is different. Water, emotional intuition, psychic powers, and healing. So yeah, just use your intuition. God is always going to lead you in the right places. If you don't believe in God, I don't know what to tell you. Your higher power will lead you though. If you don't believe in a higher power, yes you do, because you're watching a tarot reading. Let me get y'all shadow work. Oh my god, y'all, it's early in the day. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning right now, and I woke up at like 6. So this is how I am when I wake up and I start trying to do things instead of getting up at 11 a.m. When I start my day before 11 a.m., I'm just a goofball and say anything. So from the shadow work deck, we're going, part 1 is identifying. So got some cards from there. Okay, the first one, professional life. How does your shadow self affect your personal life? Okay, so even with that, like that's something, these shadow work cards are more for you to like write, to be journal prompts. So you can write that down, but also you might only be wanting to like move further in your work because of like your childhood. Like you might have grew up poor, or you grew up with money, and you just want to either, if you grew up poor, then you like don't want that life for yourself. But if you grew up with money, then it's like you might just want to stay in your comfort zone. So make sure you're doing it because you actually want to do it and not just based off how you grew up. Holding on. What are you holding on to that still hurts you deeply? Nightmare. What is your worst nightmare? Why is this your worst nightmare? And that could even go back into this one, where it's just more of you might only be doing it, and like because it's a collective, everything will be different for everybody. So everything won't resonate. Every single card won't resonate for every single person. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But again, with this, it could be more so of you're doing it because of just the way you grew up. And you're either wanting to not have the life you had, or you're wanting to keep the same life you're used to. And then next is integrating. Part 2 is integrating. Well, I keep trying to say pile 2, so maybe watch pile 2 if you feel called. Okay, acceptance. How can you practice accepting yourself? 5 lives to live. If you have 5 imaginary lives to live, what would you do in like blah 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 blah? Let me start that over, guys. I can read, I promise. Told y'all it's 8 o'clock in the morning in the rising. If you had 5 imaginary lives to live, what would you do and be like in each one of them? And that goes back to when I said you might be having dreams, and the dreams might show you all your different choices. So yeah, really envision what your life would be like if you choose one, if you choose the other, if you choose both, if you choose both and put more time into one, if you choose both and put more time into the other, or if you just let spirit choose. Listen, guys, the way spirit be wanting to talk to y'all, well, us, because spirit be talking to me too. Reactions. What are your knee-jerking reactions to criticism or failure? How can you improve your reactions? I really love these cards, y'all. Like, these cards is like the GOAT. But that is y'all reading. I'm gonna move over to pile 2. If you like this reading, leave me a like and subscribe if you want to see more like this. Thank y'all for coming. Hello, pile 2. If you chose the Celestite, however you say that, in the Everyday Witch Tarot, this is your reading. And I kept calling pile 1, pile 2, so if you felt called to pile 1, you should go watch that. Okay, so first I heard you can't have your cake and eat it too. And then I was also hearing, when I looked at the Ace of Wands, I was thinking the sky is the limit. So you might be trying to change your mindset at the moment. Like you might be choosing between those two mindsets. You might be coming into the mindset of the sky's the limit, and you previously thought you can't have your cake and eat it too. And yeah, you're just you are struggling between like feeling like there are things that you need to do, but you also want to take care of yourself. Feeling like you can pick whatever you want, but you also got to be logical, or like you just don't know which way to go. So yeah. Honestly, for anyone on a spiritual journey, my advice is always the sky's the limit. And then even with this, like, with this card, one day I interpreted it and I was looking and I'm just like, oh, like the cat is looking at their reflection, but the reflection is a panther. And it's like, you don't see the panther inside yourself. You still see yourself as the cat. And you need to see yourself as the panther. And then also seeing this witch flying like all the way in the sky with the stars and things like that. Like the sky is the limit. You don't have any. The only limitations are the ones you put on yourself. Yeah. So Spirit is saying, like, you have a choice. Like, anything you want, you create your reality. So you might be somebody, you probably never even believed in spirituality, and now you're like, what the heck? I'm watching a tarot reading. You might be one of those people. Let me see. Yep. And then your crystal was communicating with angels and deep meditation. You're probably just starting your spiritual journey and you're like, what the heck am I doing? Oh, guys, it gets so much better, I promise. It's so fun. I love being on a spiritual journey. Like, it's literally fun. It's so fun. It's so fun. Oh my God, I'm getting excited. Because, yeah, it's lit. Like, once you like cross over to the other side and you do start like talking to angels and doing all of your spiritual practices, it feels so good and it's so freeing. And you're like, why didn't I always do this? And there are times when things get hard and you do struggle with like going back and forth and like going back to your old way of thinking and thinking like you get in a lack mindset, or you think you might even be, because me, I have not worked since October of 2022. And there's always times where I'm like, I should get a job. But I already know like the matrix is just not for me. Like, some spiritual people, they do still work a 9 to 5. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. But I feel like there are certain people on this journey who really are not meant to work a 9 to 5. And this might be, I feel like this pile is not meant to work a 9 to 5. You're not meant to do anything that is like the societal norms. And you're just like struggling with the mindset of like, what am I doing? It's going to be confusing for like the first year, even longer, because I'm not even that deep in. And I wouldn't say I'll be confused now. I'm not confused anymore, but things are still surprising to me. So yeah, for like at least your first year, you're going to be like, WTF, what am I doing? Who in the world? Why am I talking to angels? Like, and then you're going to be like, your intuition will come. You'll be thinking something. You'll be like, how in the world did I know that? Like, especially if you were never the type of person to believe in that type of stuff. Like, you might have always had like a strong intuition, but you just always thought you were like making things up. And then like, as you get on your journey, and you get further on your journey, you'll realize like you were never making things up. You were actually hearing spirit talk to you. I'm excited for y'all. This is lit. It is lit, guys. Like, yeah. And then even like with Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands in this deck, like the guidebook, it says something like, oh, things are happening now. Like, you'll start doing things and then you'll just start seeing like magic. Like, you might think of something like manifesting. It's crazy. Like, you might think of something and it just randomly pops up. Like, I remember when I started like getting the hang, well, not getting the hang of it, but like actually realizing like my manifestations were like coming through. And one day, I don't know if y'all know those granola bars. I like chocolate covered granola bars. And I'm like, the ones that don't have the chocolate covered, it doesn't have enough chocolate. But the ones that are chocolate covered, that has too much. I wish it was like half chocolate covered. And I was just like randomly thought that. The next time I went to the store, there was the granola bars and it wasn't chocolate covered, but it had like chocolate drizzle. And I was like, that's perfect. And then even like, it wasn't even the way I was thinking, because I was thinking like you just dip half of it, like just dip the bottom half in chocolate. So like it didn't come up as that, it came up as with the chocolate drizzle on it. So it's like, it's not going to be exactly what you think it is, but you're going to see like, oh, this really is what I was thinking. But it's just like spirit is going to move in ways that's going to show you like, yeah, I'm listening. So yeah. Oh, and then even with the ten of swords at the bottom, like, yeah, when you're struggling with your mindset, like you might feel like when I think of this, I always think of this person not believing in their magic because they feel like they're like out of reach. Like, you see all the swords in their back and it's like, oh, I can't get to my broom, I can't do my magic. But you can. Like, your magic is within you. Why is this person running off? So yeah, don't let people tell you that magic isn't real. And the Ten of Wands under here, like, yeah. Don't let people tell you that magic isn't real. Because the further you are on your journey, you will see that it's actually real. It's real. And you can have everything you want. You can manifest your life. You can create your life. You can really have everything you want. Once you start believing in yourself, everything comes together, honestly. And it does take it depends on the person. Because if you're stuck in the idea that, oh, this isn't real, I don't know what I'm doing, then it's going to hold you back. But if you just lean into your journey, it becomes way quicker to understand things. And things become more clear, and you're like, oh, this actually is real. Like, it's all real, guys. It's all real, trust me. I would not be doing these cards if it was not real. But I'm going to pull y'all crystals. What? I'm gonna take this black tourmaline because when I was doing the pick a crystal yesterday, black tourmaline was the crystal I used for pile 2, and then I just read the properties. I'm gonna take the top and the bottom one off of that. This one and this one. Oh wow. Okay. The black tourmaline is protective for anxiety relief, oral cleansing, and self-belief. So on your spiritual journey, believing in yourself that's the whole point of the spiritual journey. Well, that's one of the points of the spiritual journey, believing in yourself and realizing you can do whatever you want. Also, anxiety relief, because if you're always in the mindset of, oh, this isn't real, I don't know what I'm doing, that's just anxiety talking, and that's your ego trying to protect you from things that are not even, that you don't need to be protected from. Motivate, healing, protection, telepathy, and connection. So yeah, that might help you connect to spirit. And also telepathy, it depends. Like with telepathy, I've never used Motivate. I don't know anything about Motivate, but if it like helps you be telepathic with other people, that'll definitely help you like actually believe in what's happening. Because if you be around somebody and you like keep saying stuff and they're like, why you in my mind, why you saying what I'm thinking, that's just want to help you be like, oh, this is real. So do things that show you that your spiritual journey is real. Azurite, divine guidance. Look at that, see? The way spirit just be leading me, because I'm like, let me just take the top card and the bottom card that fell off. Divine guidance, stillness, that's very important on the journey. New connections, that's important too, getting around like spiritual people. And astral travel. Yeah, that astral travel, that's the one. That's definitely the one. Carnelian, self-trust, relationship rejuvenation, powers of concentration, healing from abuse. Oh, so you might have been like abused, like what's the word, like religious abuse. Oh my god, guys, I'm so sorry if any of y'all have ever went through that, but like that might be even a reason why you don't believe in your spiritual journey, because you were religiously abused. Or like when they be like, don't question Jesus, you know. Or if you were in another, I grew up Muslim, y'all, they listen, I could make a whole channel about that one. We'll be talking for hours about the shit we used to That used to get drilled into our head. But I'm gonna pull y'all shadow work cards. Part 1 is for identifying. Thank you. I'm glad my phone wasn't by my baby. That's crazy. Like, literally, guys, when I say even that, y'all, Spirit will literally tell you to do something random and you don't know why, and then something later happens. I'm recording on one of my phones, and my other phone, my baby was laying on it, and I brought it over here with me. Like, I brought it over here with me to listen to music, because I like to listen to music when I do my readings, because Spirit talks to me through music also. But I brought it over here, and then nobody ever calls me this early, y'all. Somebody literally just called me. And if it would have been over there with my baby, it would have been vibrating and ringing on him, and he would have woke up, and he would have interrupted my reading. Like, just literally things like that. It's like, you gotta know, like, once you look at it, like, one thing I was taught is nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason, y'all. Like, Spirit all day communicates with you, all day, guys. Like, and once you get into your spiritual journey, and I feel like with this path, like, there are some people who, they get on a spiritual journey and they're just more worried about like the mindfulness and things like that. But then there are some people who are so heavily connected to Spirit, and they believe that everything is a sign from Spirit. I feel like this pal would be, y'all would be the ones who are like so heavily connected to Spirit, and you believe that everything is a sign. And once you actually get on your spiritual journey and look, everything really is a sign. Like, and since I'm rambling, I'm done shuffling these cards. Spirit just told me to stop shuffling those and go ahead and talk to you about this. I gotta, this is, if y'all do this, do it. If you don't do it. But I took some shrooms one day, and it was like, one of the downloads I got is that life is just an analogy, and everything that happens in life is an analogy to help you understand yourself. So every time you see something, it is supposed to remind you of something else in your life, or it will remind you of something, or something like will happen in the future that reminds you of the moment that you experienced. Like, so basically nothing is nothing. Like, everything is something, and pay attention to everything. Everything is a sign, and everything is showing you, everything is put here just to help you get more in touch with yourself and realize more things about yourself. So like, anything that happens, whether it's a kid jumping in a puddle, like, anything that you see in life is supposed to be a message to you. And once you apply everything as a message, you will really see how much God is really trying to talk to you. God is trying to talk to you every day. And another thing is, we are just creation, experience creation. Like the law of one, we are all the same thing. I'm looking at a watermelon right now. This watermelon is the same thing as me. Like, everything is everything, and everything is nothing. And if that resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, it's 10-10 right on the timer. If it doesn't resonate, it will one day. Triggers. What are the triggers that bring out your shadow self? Or the triggers that make you not believe in yourself? Where's the camera? Okay. The triggers that make you not believe in yourself also. Childhood activities. What activities did you enjoy as a child? What does this reveal about your inner child? Even the fact that I just gave the daggone example of a child jumping in a puddle. Y'all, Spirit talks all the time. Spirit talks all the time. Spirit talks all the time, y'all. Like, Spirit talks all the time. Oh my God. I'm just excited for y'all to be on the journey. Like, I always get excited when people are like, I'm new to my spiritual journey, or I get the chance to do a reading for people who are new on their spiritual journey, because it's like, this is literally how you're going to feel. Like, when I say this literally describes the beginning of a spiritual journey, It's just like, oh my God, I didn't even know all these things could happen. That's literally what the spiritual journey is. It's so fun. It is so fun, y'all. Like, for real, for real. Spirit, okay, I don't know if I told y'all, but part 1 is identifying, part 2 is integrating. Okay, purpose. How can your shadow self help you understand your purpose? And these are really like journal prompts for y'all to do, or you don't have to do it like a journal. You can just sit and meditate on the question and, you know, things will come to you. Rejection. How have you experienced rejection? How can you show rejected parts of yourself love and acceptance? See, I feel like when I was talking about the religious abuse, definitely. Communication. How can understanding your shadow self improve your communication? Love. When do you feel most loved? All right, y'all, that is y'all reading. I really love this one. Like, readings like this, y'all, are the reason why I do readings, honestly. I love them so much. I love y'all so much. Ooh, let me stop before I start crying. That's one thing, y'all. I am a softie, for real, for real. So one day y'all gonna hear me cry for y'all, and I am getting emotional at this moment because I'm so happy that y'all are on this journey and that y'all are getting to know yourselves, and I'm happy that I can deliver this message for y'all. I'm really crying, guys. That's so like me. But thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me read your energy, and welcome to the journey. I love y'all so much. If you like this video, leave me a like, and if you want to see more, then subscribe to my channel. But thanks for being here. Bye.